If your marketing is not speaking to a specific person about a specific problem and you offering a specific solution to that problem for that specific person, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. This is called the 3S model. It's a specific person, specific problem, specific solution. Now, most companies fall into the trap staying in that generalist lane. I myself made this mistake for almost 10 years. Not that I wasn't advised against it, but I just refused to box myself in, or I say that negatively on purpose because that was my connotation and my perception of being a specialist. Everybody told me throughout my journey of owning my own business, and coaches I've worked with and strategists and consultancies that I've hired all told me the same thing, that you must go in the specialist route, because once you go specialist, you could charge 5, 10, 20 times the price you're charging now. Because when you're viewed as a generalist, you're ultimately viewed as somebody who can get the job done, but somebody that does everything and anything. I had a roofing client, we were doing some videos for him, and he said on camera during one of his talking head segments, he said something interesting. We specialize in residential roofing repair and replacement. Like, that's our lane. Sometimes I'm driving along on its way to a job, he'll be driving along and he'll look out the window and he'll see a general contracting truck, and you can see like they do everything, like cabinets and plumbing and gutters and roofing and general contracting and this, that, and the other. And it just, when you're the jack of all trades, you're the master of none. When you're perceived as a specialist, you demand top dollar because people want to work with somebody that has the solution to their very specific problem. So even though it feels debilitating and limiting to carve out a lane for yourself and draw a line in the sand and let people know, no, this is what we do, this is who we serve, and this is how we serve them. And again, I struggled with this kind of thing for a long time, and I really felt like if I went the specialist route, ultimately I'm shutting the door on all this other business. But the reality is, you're not shutting the door on anything. Anybody, anywhere respects a specialist far more than a generalist. So when you follow that 3S model, specific person, specific problem, specific solution, you attract the attention of people that may not necessarily be in your specific niche or in your specific wheelhouse, but they notice that you're doing something right over and over and over. People continually work with you. You have that reputation that you've built for yourself as really specializing in that one thing. So people start thinking like, okay, he does this very well, but I wonder if they can also do that very well, because clearly they're a specialized shop that has high skill. So it stands to reason they're good at other things. You could start to have conversations about doing other things. So when someone approaches you that is in that 3S model, but might have interest in doing something else, you're sitting pretty. You're in a really strong position because they already look at you as an expert and they already know that you're very good doing that one thing, and it stands to reason you'll be good at doing that other thing, which of course you are and you will, and you could win that business as well. But honing in on what's called your ICP, which is abbreviation for your ideal customer profile. This is something that's very important. It's a good exercise for any business to do. But if you're in home improvement, if you're in contracting, construction, real estate, or really any service-based business, it might seem obvious what you do and who you serve, but give it a second look and really don't try to figure out who we work with, because the answer is probably most people. Dial in on who you want to work with more, and then speak to that audience, because I promise you, once you do that, it's going to raise your perceived value. Everyone's going to look at you differently. Your current customers are going to look at you differently. Your future prospects will certainly look at you differently, and your competitors are going to look at you differently. They're going to give you the stink eye. They're going to go, whoa, since when are they fancy over there just doing that one thing? Like they can afford to just do one thing. No. They need to do everything because that's the only way to stay afloat. Well, when they're bidding or being undercut by cheap, inexperienced trade companies that really don't have that wherewithal and that gravitas and that long-lasting experience that these other guys that are still in that generalist camp are capable of, they're still going to view you as superior, because you're coming from a place of abundance and you're coming from a place of, hey, we don't need all that business. We just do this very, very well. And I promise you that attracts the attention of all kinds of other buyers. So what I would challenge you to do is fill out an ICP questionnaire form. You can find them online. Ask AI for one, or comment ICP on this video, and I'll send you a free Google Doc that you could just, take it and run with it. Put in the information. It's like 20 questions, at least my ICP form that I give to my clients. At least our ICP form that we give the clients when we're onboarding them is about 18, 19, 20 questions, something like that. You want to take your time with it, but it's very important because that's like the blueprint for everything that we do together with our clients moving forward when we're building out their content strategies. Let's make sure that what we're talking about in these videos is going to resonate with that very particular audience, because that's how we're going to attract that particular audience. So whether or not you want the assistance of me and my company, or if you just want to take this information and see what you can do with it, comment ICP and I'll give that to you. Or just go to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or wherever you go for your AI needs and say, hey, I'm looking for an ICP, ideal customer profile questionnaire that I can fill out, and then take that information and reverse engineer it to make sure that my content strategy moving forward is attracting the type of people I really want to be working with. So that's all I wanted to talk about as far as the 3S model goes. Dialing in and figuring out who your ICP is going to drastically change the way you do business, and it's going to drastically change the kind of business that's coming your way. I could tell you, ever since about 3.5, 4 years ago, when I made the shift with my business, be a specialist for home improvement companies in particular, I mean, the conversations I have with these home improvement companies is at a much higher level, because they're not looking at me as some generalist like, oh yeah, can you come in here and make a couple videos and maybe some social media stuff? No, they're looking at me as a strategist that has a 30,000 foot view on things and could put a strategy and a system in place that's going to actually grow their business. If they want a guy to come and film some videos, you know, you go on Facebook or Craigslist or something and find a guy for $300 a day to come down and do that. But if you're looking for a high level strategist, then you talk to somebody like me. But I position myself a certain way, and people don't look at me as a videographer. They look at me as a video marketing strategist, which I am. So go ahead and comment on this video. I could tell you from being on YouTube for the last year, that's actually the best way to raise up my account and my endeavors on YouTube, is to comment on my videos. Obviously, like and share and subscribe, the same thing all the YouTubers say, but commenting actually helps the most. Even a negative comment will raise it up in the algorithm. So if you want to take a shot at me, go right ahead. Just make sure you do it in the form of a comment. You want to do things a little bit more gracefully, follow this channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell, because sometimes when I post a video, it won't show up in your feed or you won't get a notification for it. So if you like what I'm talking about on here, please continue to support me, and I appreciate your time.